Hi guys, today we're going to talk about app development. This video will be perfect for any startup owners, people who are dreaming or want to start their own business in software or digital services. Please subscribe to my channel. In Idealistic channel, I talk about AI functionality development, app development, website creation, and I give advice to founders and business owners. So I have a lot of startups who come to me with an ambition to build next Facebook, next Airbnb, next Duolingo in their specific niches. So it's wonderful, ambitious, and today we're going to talk about what is actually might go wrong with that. First of all, always dream big, but execute smart. So what is similar in all of these applications? In Facebook, in Airbnb, in Uber, in Duolingo, what is similar in all of those is a very, very strong back end. What is back end of your application and why is it so important? Think about it as software engineering. It's a base of your app. Everything that will define how fast does it work, how secure it is, how scalable it is, and what you can actually build on top when you develop the application further and further and further. Think about it as a background, a space where you build your application as a house. Without a strong back end, your app is very likely to crash. It will take ages to download, and it will lead to a lot of losses, not only of the money you invested in the app development, but also the marketing budget that you invested to promote it. Imagine the user download your app, and then it takes them a minute to go through registration process. What does it mean in practice? That they're very likely to just leave it without going through the process. And for you, it's a waste of marketing effort, marketing budget, the time of your team. None of us want that to happen. And of course, the budget that you invest into the app is very likely to get lost as well, unfortunately. People with business background see those things as an easy fix. For example, when notifications do not work on your app, you are likely to call another team and just ask them to fix it. In reality, to fix notification, you need to rebuild a very secure and scalable backend, which means the investments that you did in the past is not going to fly, and you will need to rebuild the whole app. So backend, as a strong foundation, is a key to any successful mobile application. Applications like Duolingo, Facebook, Airbnb invested millions and millions of pounds and hired very strong, talented engineers to build it properly. That's why they're so popular and so usable and so successful. Let's actually talk about Duolingo for a moment. So what was it when it launched in 2011? It was just a very simple app with a very simple translation exercise, and only years and years later, it became what you know it now. Current investment in software, including backend, but also behavioral psychology. This is what Duolingo does very well, and this is why the app is so nice and easy to use, is currently $270 million. This is what it took to arrive where they are at the moment. Their trick is to actually make users enjoy using it, right? So this is why it's so engaging and so interactive. That's why it's actually so popular. What do founders do? They try to squeeze the app that should cost £1 million or $500,000 into the budget of 20-30K that they fundraise from the angels or they invest from their pocket. As a result, the app isn't scalable, it isn't secure, it can lead to the loss of your client data, and it simply can't handle the users that you are signing. So the time and the budget that you invest in is going to waste, and as a result, very often the startup fails because investors also expect you to show them the result after they invested this budget. So what to do instead? How to avoid it? Always remember that you will be better off with one brilliant, perfectly working, tested function than with the test functions that's going to fail one after another. The simplicity is the key in this way. Go to the market, test it with your users. You can always build using AI. At the moment, it's quite popular to build with AI solutions like Lovable. And again, it's not a solution for backend. It's not going to deliver, at least at the moment, a strong foundation for scalable solutions to go into multiple markets and to sign many users. However, it will give you this base to go and test the solution with your users and with investors to show them what you want to build and to actually land this one functionality. Then later on, you should go and build with a proper team, either in-house or with a company like mine, basically building it properly. And then function by function, go and launch in the market, get your users inside. And when you have paid customers, you can obviously scale, invest in more and more, more and more. Always remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So your first version should not be 18 functions covering everything and everyone. Also, the more functions you develop from the very end, from the very beginning, before you launch, the harder it becomes to test and to actually understand what your users want and what they don't want and don't need. So the conclusion of our short talk, the back end is very important. How scalable, how secure, how reliable your application, how safe your application is, how fast it is will define your business success. The execution is always more important than just the idea itself. Please remember, you're better off with one or two amazing, brilliant, well-built functions and will stand that will fail you one after another. Be realistic about the budgets that you have and always pick proper professional team to build those who have expertise, not only in UI UX, not only in visibility and the opportunity to make your app beautiful, but also to make it functional. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be happy to see you again here. Have a lovely day.